like corner shops.
There's only 8 people living in the village.
It's quiet.
The village of the damned.
So anyway, so rather than keep the shop open, you're meant to call up and go, alright Harry, I need some milk today.
Right.
And they stick it in a phone box outside in the shop, and my dad found that out. So when he's been out, just stop off at the phone box, have a look at what's left lying around.
Yeah. But of the 8, I mean, there's 8 people in the village, my attention would be instantly drawn to the dodgy Manc fella. I mean, you know what I mean? It seems, in Manchester you can probably get away with this, there's a lot of scum up there, but down in this little village, you know, you got little Miss Marple type, and a little, you know, country policeman.
He's stopped doing it now,
Has he?
Stopped doing it, yeah.
Cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
Good, alright, so the Pope's dead, any other big news?
There was that thing I told you about last week, the foot-long spider eats chicken.
What does this mean to them? They're going to think that the world's been taken over by them. It's not telling. We're not going back. There's a foot-long spider on the loose.
Are these people bright, though?
Well, let's have a look. Antarctic scientists. Yeah, they've probably got an O-level or
But they're
two.
looking at penguins all day.
Yeah.
So how bright have you got to be?
What do you mean?
Well, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know, do I? But they've been chosen. It's probably cost millions of pounds to set them up there. They're oh, Carl.
This, I tell you, this is like, for scientists, this is like Big Brother. You know what I mean? This is like a big dinner scientist here watching this, finding out what's going to go on, there's little challenges that they give them, little tasks.
It's like Celebrity Love Island without the sun and slappers. Go on.
I think, what else is going on?
Well, while you're thinking, Carl, I should just tell you now, you threw that question out earlier, why are ginger people historically mocked? We've had a couple of responses on the text, 83XFM. Again, as ever with XFM listeners, don't believe what they say, don't trust what they say. But one of them,
Have we got any respect for anyone in the world?
get back to you. Pete in Tooting, now again, I think this is nonsense. He claims that the reason ginger people are disliked is because Judas was ginger. From the Bible. I don't know where he's come up with this idea.
No, I've heard that.
But I mean, are there a great many people from, you know, the Middle East who are ginger?
Well, that's probably why he stood out.
Sure.
And he was probably fed up, and he thought, I'll get him back.
Yeah.
Maybe...
Unless he had his hair dyed ginger when he was on the witness protection scheme.
What did he do?
Presumably he had to go into, after all came out in the book.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He stitched him up, didn't he, to the Romans, didn't he, Judas? Didn't he do it for 40 pieces of silver or something? I'm not big on the Bible, but apparently...
Incidentally, if you'd like us to stitch up any kind of size for 40 pieces of silver, just get in touch, 83XFM, we're willing to do that for you as well. So that's one explanation. There's another one here which is, again, I don't believe this for a moment. It says here, ginger people get a lot of stick because in Elizabethan times, people with ginger hair were told that their mother had slept with the devil. And that was why their hair was ginger. So there's 2 options. Maybe if you've got some more, you can any more spurious thoughts, then get in touch. 83XFM. But yeah, I don't know.
No, there might be truth to both of those. I mean, the point is that if either of those are true, they were already being picked on, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That's the point. It's sort of like maybe that's not the total root of it. Well, the Judas thing might be the root of it. The first big ginger to do some a little bit.
So if he was bald, then old bald people would be like,
Yeah.
get a hard time on that.
Yeah.
Well, we do mock you behind your back anyway, Carl. That's going on, don't worry.
So play a record and think of something that's happened to tell these poor scientists what's going on in the world. All you've come up with so far is the Pope's dead and there's a big spider. What is that?
That eats chicken.
Pope's rainy night in Soho. I hope there isn't a rainy night in Soho tonight, Rick. You're one of those who agrees with me. So we just had an email here from a guy called James Lee. He says, hi, just writing a bit of info on the scientists in Antarctica. I'm a scientist who's just come back from one of the Antarctic bases called Halley, or Haley. There are 15 people staying there over the Antarctic winter. The scientists are looking mainly at the atmosphere, things like the ozone hole and meteorology. I think there are 6 scientists staying over the winter, as well as a doctor, electrician, mechanic, and a carpenter, and so on. And so he's saying they do listen. They have the internet, so they maybe could listen to the show on the internet. And if you get the chance, say hi to Francis, and the rest of the winter is for me. Sure, no problem. Yeah, thanks, James. But yeah, there they are. That's what they're doing. That's what they're up to.
But why are they asking you for a message though when I mean, have these people got families and that, or are they convicts, or...
No! What do you mean? Of course they probably do get messages from their family.
Well, why are you doing one for one? Is that... I mean, say, do you know, like, you see it in, like, Porridge and stuff like that, where if someone's in prison and no one visits them,
Yeah.
and they sort of look a bit fed up and that, is this message that you're doing for like, people who don't get a letter in the post from...
Brilliant. So they put this on the shelf until someone doesn't get one. All right, Hargreaves? Yes, sir, I didn't get a message today, sir. You have got a message, Hargreaves. Oh, what, sir? Hargreaves, you have got a message. Really, sir? From Ricky Gervais. Really, sir? And I give it... Don't talk, please. There are scientists listening. Try to keep the talking shit down to a minimum today.
Well, what's annoying me is, right, they're saying they're stuck over there for months, but it seems to me like they're wasting a lot of time.
Why?
Well, you're saying they probably watch DVDs, they're saying they've got internet access.
Yeah.
Yeah? They're
Well, I'm
listening to-
wrong.
Listening to messages,
Yeah.
get the job done, go home.
Well,
Do it
that's
in a week.
so. Well, then we don't have to tell them anything then, because they listen to the internet. If I got the internet, then yeah, it's a waste of time. Good point. Play records.
Well, hang on, before that, here's a good point. You've had long time to research what's been going on in the world. We've just had an email here from Nicholas who says, why haven't you told them about the recent Pig Olympics that just went on in China? You've missed that one, Carl, once again.
You won.
First of the gang to die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9, and Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Well, Carl, you failed miserably. The scientists stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so
Right.
I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, not enough. No. But talking about the Pope and that.
Yeah, it's pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't
it's better
isn't
not knowing.
broadcasting
It's
though, is
better
it?
not
This is
knowing.
nothing. Come up with something.
The fat
Talk.
baby then, the fat baby that they found, that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That,
Oh, for
I don't know what it is, just a little fat kid and that.
what? Tell what? What is?
It was on the telly and
But
that.
what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. You're meant to be telling them what's happened in the world. Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo, right? And, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo.
Isn't that
yeah.
that Black Music Award?
Right, little fat baby and that, and there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies.
Right.
And
So
one of them,
they're in danger.
How fat? You're not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they like
No.
endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'm a bit worried. This is like a conservation campaign.
No, it's sad. If you see, I know, it's
should laugh,
but
but
if
you
you've
could
seen
make
it,
an
just
interesting
go, oh, it's a bit sad and that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, that was good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
Well, you don't learn stuff on the telly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens, and there was a fat kid. That's
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland.
But what's her name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Oh, good. There's some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What it is?
Autism.
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated, and now we're going to touch on a really, I mean,
No, I said-
my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carlin,
I said
tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name? It was
It's the attention span that I like!
these people who, they've got like this autism thing going on,
Yeah.
and, they sort of take in a lot of information, they get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, oh, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it, it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, alright, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. Which is great, but then, the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
If you can take
It's Rain Man.
No, I'm
He
not-
has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We must send Marina.
I don't know what to do.
So he can be a great
there's
contestant
other
on Mastermind.
things.
So autistic
Sorry.
Mastermind, he'd be
Well, what I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit.
You watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in.
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh,
But-
that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he didn't soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like
on.
how people say about,
This is
I don't
brilliant.
know.
This is just like, this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke.
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from
that-
Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah. But I'm
What
just-
are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around? That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but this was it was ages ago, wasn't it? When we were sort of.
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. There's no. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a
Why is he
cave.
scary? Because he's got. What if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability. Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Bobby Womack across 110th Street on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant, and over there, Carl Pilkington.
Can I just remind people that...
A man so stupid, it isn't actually offensive. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Now, just like to remind people that they can get in touch on the text 83XFM. You'll need that text number shortly because we're going to be playing Rockbusters very soon. Gareth has texted in, and he says quite simply, "What's happened to the webcam? All I can see is a bald monkey." Well, you're absolutely right. We'll try and get that sorted out for you. But we're rockbustering now.
Do it now.
Should we do it now?
Set it up now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you should just remind people that, particularly if they're trapped in Antarctica for the next few months, what this game is.
Well, this is, blockbusters, just totally ripped off, and the clues are bands and artists. Carl says they're cryptic clues. They're not cryptic clues. They're more like, what word am I thinking of? They're tenuous. Some of them don't work at all. So it's really, are you in tune with a shaved monkey? I mean, it's nearly embarrassing to get the clue. I pride myself on that I don't really get them. And I'm sort of proud of that, because you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I've given it a big sell.
Yeah.
Now, you do win TAT today, but the big prize is going forward to be in the draw in 5 weeks' time, when there's a signed Homer that I've got Matt Groening to draw. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see him drawing it. It's an original.
Well, if they want to see it, they can go to xfm.co.uk/Ricky, and it's actually, just click on it, you can have a look at
Oh,
it.
you see all the pictures there, can't you? There's also a signed Nigel Tufnell poster, and us three as Flanimals. But there's a little actually video clip. I was on rickygervais.com. You can actually see Matt Groening drawing it.
Well,
So
those prizes are the ones the big prizes you can win in 5 weeks' time if you get to the grand final. In the meantime, it's the usual selection of mediocre gifts which will be given away.
that
if you
we
win
found
this
in the
week.
draw that people have sent us
Yeah,
to give
so
away.
first up we've got I think I think most people agree, the mediocre John Travolta film Ladder 49, which I think barely made it into cinemas over here. We've also got on
Ooh,
DVD.
and we're giving that away.
We're giving that away.
Brilliant.
On DVD, the TV series Grumpy Old Men, which I think is repeated every single night on BBC Two.
Oh, and that's free as well, is it?
Yeah, that's very
Oh, okay.
good. We've got the complete third series of Alias. Great gift, only if you've seen the previous 2 seasons. So,
Is that the one I'm in?
I don't know, possibly. French and Saunders at the Movies, a collection of all their hilarious movie spoofs. Again, on television, I think, every Friday. And the TV series Operation Good Guys. You know, fine series, but you could see that on UK Gold most nights. So, once again, an excellent selection.
But if you win all those and take them straight down to Reckon and Tape Exchange, you will be able to get 2 albums that you actually like.
That's exactly right.
So,
People send us them, so they sort of get bigged up on the radio, so that's done. We don't need to worry about that.
angry.
So, anyway, then, three clues.
Well, hang on, let's play the jingle.
No, I haven't got
You
one.
not got a jingle for Rockbusters?
No.
Do one quickly now.
Okay. Rockbusters.
Brilliant.
Alright, so we got 3 of them. Cryptic clue and the initials, the band. It could be a band or an artist. We've done all that, haven't we? Right, first one. The fella
Oh,
let his wife know how he got the bruise on his leg. Right?
Give us that again.
The fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on the leg. He got a little bruise.
yeah, it's all, imagine that in the Times crossword. You read it again, it's slightly different. Every time I look back at this crossword, it's slightly different. All the words change. It can't be
initials-
cryptic.
The initials there, CL. Right? CL. Fella got a bruise on his leg. He let his wife know how he got it. What's going on? Right, second one.
All the muttering!
And what's the next
Second
cryptic
one.
clue?
Second one. That Potter lad had a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards and that. Right? He had a lot of bottle playing with the wizards and that. What's all that about? Right?
I love it! What's all that about?
TB there, band or artist, the initials TB, that Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards. Yeah. And the third one, the Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. What do they need? Right? The Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. The initials TM.
83936 is the text number. We don't want to receive emails from this because we can't be bothered, so just a quick text. Make sure you include all 3 answers. We're not interested unless you've only got, you need to get all 3.
But the winner may only get 2, but it's the first one with the most right answers.
And if
that
you're-
wins all those DVDs. Alias is a box set, to be fair. That's pretty good prize, that
Oh,
one.
you could probably get two CDs when you take that down to Record Tape Exchange. Just
And
about
you
right.
don't need to see the first 2 seasons because you won't know what's happening anyway.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm excited to think that there's some people now in Antarctica just scrabbling around to get a pen,
Yeah.
just trying to figure them out. You know, and they'll probably stew on that for the next 2 months.
Forward Inc. Gorillas. on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with the Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl, okay, we've got to sort this out. We didn't meet again this week, and this is a shoddy show. I thought we had a sort of framework for it, but do you know what I mean? No, I thought it'd be, you know, Carl could sort of tell him what was going on. He doesn't know anything except watching telly, late night telly on strange channels. Like he gets all his information about the news on Anna Nova, and I mean. I even tried to help because Monkey News last week was awful.
It wasn't Monkey News.
It wasn't Monkey News. It was. I can't remember it.
I've been away on holiday.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Monkey News stops. I phoned him up. There was a front cover of the I think it was the Telegraph one day this week, and it was an ironic story. It was a fluff piece, but it was a funny story. It was about a monkey in a zoo that had a ruck with its father because it's adolescent. It was like the equivalent of like 16 to 18, and it had a fight with its father, and it escaped. It ran away, and it was like, you know, an interesting story.
Yeah.
I phoned Carl up and said, "This is Monkey News. A monkey has escaped from its cage after an argument with its father." And he said, "What was the argument about?" I mean, he thinks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What was the argument about? Like the zookeepers are going, oh look, oh no, he's brought up his untidy room again. The father, oh look, he's caught him smoking again. I mean, what do you mean, what was the argument about? They have fights. They have fights and then it ran away.
His dad wanted him to go to college, but he just wants to quit and get a job.
Yeah, and he fancied a monkey in the other cage, and the father was saying, she's not good enough for you. Oh.
So
What
we've got
was
some
it
Monkey News
about?
today?
Yeah, I got a little bit of
You got a little bit of Monkey News, right? You've redeemed yourself then this
well,
week.
We've got some stuff there and that. What else has been going on? You were, what are you going to talk about now? Sort of head's gone now.
Your head's
We've got
gone.
Monkey News.
Yeah.
And,
Why is your brain? Why is it? It seems like since we've come back on air, you have become dimmer. I mean, it is extraordinary. It's like BSC has kicked in.
Or
and you
did we
really
just
are.
forget? We just forgot.
Maybe
what-
it's been a long time. We've forgotten just how stupid he is.
Yeah.
It's proper. Do you mean it's the silences? You know,
Yeah.
he forgets we're on the radio. There's just
I know,
dead air.
it's unbelievable, and it's our name on this.
know.
They put up a, but as I said before, you know, he is no offence, he's not a bright lad or educated or anything like that. But some things he says does border on the retarded.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
well, then
I don't know.
I've been trying to take in too much information though, that's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much, but the problem is, like even watching telly and that now, Suzanne said to me, you know, stop doing that, stop watching telly late at night and going to bed, because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of,
Heaven forbid.
and you know, I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't, and then when I wake up, she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? Woke up in the morning, and she had a go at me because as soon as I woke up, I said it was something like, "How can you freeze time?" She says, "Are you going to say good morning or whatever?"
I'm gonna burst! Just imagine it, right? It's like the sun comes out through the window. Oh, she's Carl's like that, his little head. His eyes open, he goes,
One of those floppy night hats.
how can you freeze time? Oh, God!
But it's because, like, whatever, the night before I might have heard that on the news or whatever, and it's just been sort of whizzing around my head.
Sure.
And, you know, it was a big debate. I think have they found a way of doing it or something?
What are you talking about?
They've done something about freezing time and all that.
See, this isn't information, this is nothing. That is nothing, that. They've done something about freezing time. Imagine Jeremy Paxman coming on, going, "Ah, the issues tonight said something about freezing time." It's think before you talk.
No, but I don't worry about how to do it. I just think about what effects that will
Oh,
have.
they haven't asked you to get involved?
Well, this is what I'm
Phew.
saying, though. You shouldn't explain it. It's a tough thing, isn't it? But what's the point in me worrying
It's not
about
a question. Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is unbelievable. This is one of the most stupid, incredible things I've ever heard. He was talking, and he suddenly stopped, and he was thinking like, and he went, "Oh," I went, "what?" He went, "You'd never see a black ghost."
Extraordinary.
True, though, isn't it?
I've never seen a ghost. Full stop.
There are no ghosts. There aren't ghosts.
Well, I mean, when you just see them in, like, magazines and that.
Play a record!
I'll be someone who'll take care of me.
Johnsons. Isn't that beautiful?
Interesting.
Hope There's Someone on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Well, Carl, more revelation. We were talking about it last week, but Carl brought it up again just now. Didn't want to go to the doctors, didn't want to have a full sort of body checkup that may save his life, because he saw on the website they do a test where they have to insert a finger in his ass.
Don't tell me about it.
Why?
Don't put it on the website. Just put, we look at your heart,
Yeah.
we check your blood pressure out,
Yeah.
and then they could just do it quickly. They could just sort of say, right.
How can they do it quickly?
No, but what I'm saying is, it's worse, isn't it? Going in there, knowing that, I mean, they've got it on the website, so you're on the journey on the bus thinking, in about 20 minutes I'm going to have a finger up my arm.
But they're doctors.
Yeah, but just
They're not doing it for a laugh. They're not filming it with a two-way screen. They're not putting on boxing gloves so it hurts more. They're up. Oh, his prostate's all right. Out again. Out again.
I'm just saying, in the day, the sort of...
Do you think they're in the pub going, here he comes? It's Pilkington, I have a finger up his arse.
Do they allow ladies to do that? Do they allow female doctors to
Of
do it?
course they do. They're doctors.
That's worse.
You're sounding like him.
No, I'm just interested because, you know, do they allow female doctors to do the finger up the arse thing?
Well, of course they do. They're doctors. Forget the female and male. They are doctors.
Right, do you know any female doctors to do that? But what I mean is, isn't it a bit like if you're being searched at an airport, you know, and you're a woman, they send in a woman person to search you. They don't send in a bloke to do it. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, they probably trust someone who's gone through 6 years medical college not to be taking the piss as opposed to a fat security guard who couldn't get anything else. Do you know what I mean?
You're talking about there's doctors all the time coming out in the papers, or they gave them this so they could look at their boobs or whatever, or, you know, it's all right, you're always hearing stuff about dodgy doctors.
But what I'm saying is, the reason why they do that security, because there's lots of security people, and they can, you know, for your own, you know, for your own modesty, there's a female one to search females and a male one to search males, and that's fine. But there's not like 4 or 5 GPs to choose from, and you go in there and you go, is it your arse and testicles? Do you want a bloke or you know, you accept
got
it.
long fingernails?
They don't have long fingers. What do you think this female GP looks like? She's sitting behind the desk like Cruella de Vil with cleavage and long red false nails going, hello love, bend over, this may hurt a little bit. There's gloves and Vaseline. I don't believe there's 2 of you now in the room. Carl, they're doctors. They have to, what would you rather do than put the hand down your throat and round your elementary canal to feel your arse? It's a quicker way in.
You seem to know a lot about these doctors who stick fingers up people's asses. You're a very well informed gentleman about this sort of thing.
Well, say if they did find something,
Yeah.
would you then have to get like a second opinion, so someone else's finger?
Well, no. They test it to see if there's anything suspicious. That it's usually a swollen prostate, which can be anything. So they, you know, they catch it early, and that's it. They feel up there.
But if you want a second opinion, then the same doctor will just stick a thumb up and have a feel around there. So it always works in the same way.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a doctor who can, I don't know, put me at ease. I mean, surely there's another way around it. I don't believe that. I mean, what is this? 60 million people or something in the world, isn't there? 60 billion or something?
well-
6 billion, something.
Yes, you got it. You
Right.
hit it. Well done.
That's good work.
Right, so yeah, there's 6 billion, did I say?
Yeah, what's 6 billion then?
Loads, isn't it?
Yeah, but
So if you want a doctor to phone up to assure you that the finger at the bum thing is not painful and that it's necessary, and
Just
that
that
it's
it's
not just
necessary,
someone trying to
really,
get
just that it's not an easy way round.
kicked. Alright, what's
You know
the
what I
phone
mean?
number here?
It's, changed, haven't we?
oh, for
You're the
Hang on,
producer!
here it is. 0871 222 1049, and I think you select option 1. It tells you anyway what to do.
please, if you're a GP, or if, you know, even if you've completed medical, I mean, we want a qualified doctor, really. Anything else is not good enough for Carl Pilkington. Just to we'd love to, you can ask him all the other questions, because you know, Carl, as I said last week, he doesn't feel his own testicles, because he doesn't like the feel.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd like a doctor to explain to him how necessary that is.
And this is truthful as well, I've got a very slight pain around the genital area at the moment, and I think it might be some kind of groin strain, but I'm a little bit anxious, not entirely sure
Yeah,
what it is.
you've been with me twice when I've gone along to get them checked.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
It's terrible. I mean, but, you know, it's usually, I think you're in a pretty low risk, Eric, aren't you?
I'd hope so.
You're coming out of the 20s. I think testicular sort of, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm not qualified. They told, all they said was to me, sort of like his 20s and 50s. So like, we were into
Mine sort of felt like they dropped a bit the other week when I was on holiday. I don't know if that's like when you're relaxing or I was wearing shorts a lot.
How far? If it's 2 foot, it's too far.
I was having problems walking.
What do you mean? Why?
It was just a bit, I had shorts on all day, I'm happy and walking about on the beach, what have you. And then, at the night, when I put some long trousers on, I was sort of walking on the rickets.
They probably like stretch a little bit. Sometimes, I told you when I was about 18, I was scared. I went to the doctor. I felt a pain, right? And because I was doing biology, I thought I'd show off this doctor. Said, I've got a pain. I think it feels like it starts in the epididymis and goes up through the urethra either. And he went, he said, your jeans are too tight. They're squashing your balls. So we want a doctor like that.
So what's the phone number again?
It's 0871 222 1049.
A qualified.
What do you mean your balls drop though? We've got to come back to this.
I don't know, they just felt like, it's not too bad at the moment. I was alright on the way in, but it was
I feel twinges all the time, but you never know whether it's just because they're
but they felt like they weren't my own. Do you know what I mean? They sort of felt a bit like these.
There wasn't a bloke standing really close to you, was there?
You didn't get them mixed up just on the way back. On the flight back. Someone else has got.
Well, take a leaf out of nudist books. They just walk round. They've got nothing on it.
About nudists.
Why?
Well, let's play this ad break and that. And
have you had another encounter?
If we've got time, I'll tell you about it.
Have you really?
London.
Right, we've got who's that on the line?
It's Rob.
Rob, and are you a doctor?
I'm a final year medical student. I'll be a doctor in 2 months, touch wood.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, where do you study? Do you want to give more details, or do you want to remain anonymous as you're calling to?
I study at Barts Hospital.
All right, great. So, why do GPs sometimes put their finger up a man's anus?
To see what's there. You know, if you've got hemorrhoids, if you've got an enlarged prostate, you know, it's either that or they stick up a big tube and have a look up with a light.
What?
And it's easier to do that.
Now, are you dumbing this down for us, or are you going to fail your medical exams by saying stick up a big tube with a light?
I'm dumbing it down.
Okay, come on then. We're all intelligent people here, and Carl. So you tell us what's that called?
It's called a sigmoidoscope.
Right.
Nice. That was a clever test, wasn't it, Rick?
12 inch long.
Yeah.
12-inch long tube that they can put up there.
So, Carl, would you prefer that or a finger?
Well, so do they sort of do the finger first, and then, I mean, at what point do they say, hang on, we need a light here? I mean...
It's normally if there's something wrong.
But, so if I go then, say if I go to this Wellman clinic, right, and they go, yeah, the art's good and that, yeah, finger, there you go, and then they go, hang on, I'm going to go and get me light and tube. I could start worrying then because they've sort of found something.
And they're not likely to go straight in with the tube. They'll probably send you off some tests first.
Well, Carl, there's nothing. But you go to these places to put your mind at rest and to know where you are with your health. I mean, it's not that you go along. That's what most people worry about. They think that because I'll go along and they'll find something. Well, one, that's illogical. It doesn't heighten the fact they'll find something because you go along. And two, if they do find something, it's a good job you went along. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I don't go to the doctor, but I've had that done.
You should be concerned if when they shine the little light in your ear, it comes out the other side of your ear. So the other ear comes right out the other side. That's when you should be worried.
But Rob, right, you said then, if they find something, they send me off for some tests. Why can't I just have the test without that and cut out the middleman? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're wasting lots of money.
There's hundreds of tests they could do, and they could do every test, and they could all come back with nothing. Or they could do the finger up there and send you for the 3 tests you need to find out what's wrong with you.
But in this day and age, with all the technology and that, and like brainy doctors and all that, the only way to find out is sticking a finger up there.
What are you worried about, Carl? Is it fundamentally that this doctor who's has done 6 years medical training, is it embarrassing to have a man's finger up your ass?
I just don't understand how you can get round to that without...
But what don't you like? Is it fundamentally you don't like anything up your ass, or is it the fact that it's a man's finger up there?
I don't like going to the doctors. It makes me nervous, because I think if anyone searches you long enough, they're going to find a fault with you, right? and especially if they're going that far into you, they're going to find something. And
Probably not.
well, you know, I just don't I don't know how to get round to that sort of that point where you get a. What do you talk to the doctor about? And he's like, all right, nice day. Strap your trousers.
He goes, I'm just gonna. He says, I'm gonna just
Most people just shut up and let you do it, and then breathe a sigh of relief when you say there's nothing there.
yeah.
But is that at the end of the test, or is that the first thing he does?
It's the last thing.
So that trousers up out the door.
Because he knows it ends conversation. He knows it's a bit of a faux pas. The doctor says, "Oh, I better not kick off with the finger up the arse." Well, what I do is I'll start on with the the head, and then we'll then go. Oh, one final thing, Mr. Pilkington.
So Rob,
he drops his keys and he goes, "Pick them up." And as you bend over,
will you be doing this, Rob? Is this what you're like open to do? You do all these.
I'll have to do it at some point. All doctors do it at some point, no matter what they specialise in.
So the first one, is there another doctor there to sort of make sure you're doing it right?
not dentists.
No, but do you know?
Dentists aren't doctors anyway.
But do you know what I mean? Like normally, it's like a co-pilot will have someone with them for the first one. So when you put your first finger in,
Yeah.
will someone be there going, right? You just want to move to the
Well,
left
I've
of it?
already done it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's the thing with a student, you're learning. So you get people teaching
And you learn on.
these things.
Can I just point out, Rob? I think I'm right in assuming that you have a glove on
Yeah.
and there's lubrication
Yeah.
and it doesn't hurt.
No.
There you go. What are you worried about,
But
Carl?
who's this person who everyone's testing on in your class?
It's not one person.
One person. There's like, when a patient comes in and they've got a problem, your boss, the consultant, he does his finger up, and if he finds something, he goes to the patient, is it alright if the student has a feel as well? Then the student puts on a glove, puts the blade on the glove, and sticks his finger up and sees what he comes out with.
Rob, I wish you could see Carl's face. I mean, he just, his face when he said, and he says, can this fella have a go as well? He looked horrified. He thought it was a free-for-all, like there's a queue of people trying on gloves and going, let's have a go. That looks good up there. What have you found?
No, but I mean, how come you had to sort of? Is it not something you could test on yourself rather than waiting for other people to come in? Because then you know.
It's an awkward position to get to, really, isn't it?
Well, but you can have a good rummage then without feeling too awkward. But to sort of have a go on your first patient when you don't really know what you're looking for anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Never really thought about it.
Because you don't. If you've never done it before. You pop your finger in there, and you've got to sort of look. You've got to have an expression on your face, like you know what you're finding.
Well, they can't see what you look. They can't see your face.
There. You got the big boss consultant there going, now move your finger there, and you'll probably feel this because he's just done it. He knows what's there.
Well, what? Oh, so he's already had a go. He's had a feel, and he's going right. If you feel to the right, that's the conglomerate or whatever.
The conglomerate, yeah. His conglomerate is in perfect working order.
Well, that's. I'm still.
Thank you, Rod. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Carl is probably the worst patient you'll ever encounter in your medical career. Good luck with your finals, and thanks very much.
And do you know any female doctors who do this? Or?
Thank you. XFM 104.9. Thank you.
It's the night time on XFM 104.9. Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Carl Pilkington, and what is it time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right then. So there's this monkey, right?
Right.
In Canada. It's in a zoo in Toronto, I think it is. His name's Pascal. Right. And what happened was all the people in the zoo. Sort of said, what can we do? Sort of spice the day up a bit.
Yeah.
So they left.
Embellishing. No way this is a news story.
Let him read the news.
Okay.
So they left.
Any dates?
Just let him read the news.
Well,
We'll interrupt Moira Stewart.
There's an announcement.
No, because she always says today, so you know it's news. She doesn't say, right, there was a monkey, right?
Right,
well,
okay.
in Canada,
Go on,
right?
mate, just finish it. It'll be all right.
A couple of weeks ago, in this zoo in Canada.
Right.
Jesus. They got a camcorder.
Right.
And they said, let's leave it for the monkey to have a play with, right? So anyway, they passed it around,
Won a BAFTA.
and a couple of chimps and that were rubbish at it. They were like filming the floor and all that, and the fingers were always in shot and stuff like that, right? But anyway, there was this one chimp called Pascal, right? Who
Annoys me that he calls them monkeys, though. They're not monkeys, they're apes.
he was a dab hand at it. Like, he was like filming stuff, really good shots, you know, sort of nice nude and that. He used the lighting properly and all the rest of it.
No, he didn't!
Just this is the news. What are you talking about? This is the news.
God, Steve
anyway.
is so annoying. You know it annoys me so much. Things like that. He was a dab hand. He was doing really good shots. It really annoys me.
Let's hear the news.
Anyway, right, so he started, at night, like when the zookeepers went home, he started filming, like, other monkeys on the go, like whilst they were at it, right? And he was filming them and what have you.
The Ron Jeremy of the zoo.
You know it's going to end up on the web.
So anyway, the zookeepers came in the next day and it's like, let's see what shots he's got. Anyway, he's got all this, like, you know, all these monkeys at it and what have you. So,
This is, honestly, you don't know what this is doing to me, Steve. Can I stop him now?
So they thought, like, actually there's a few monkeys who aren't at it enough. Do you know what I mean? They have problems and what have you, so let's give them the videos.
That is so untrue. This is so untrue. It's so untrue that it was filmed by a monkey.
So
It's
what
so
happened then?
untrue.
Rick, I don't know who to believe.
Oh God! You're talking so much shit again. You must know that's not true. There's no way.
There's a load of tapes out.
Look at me! Look at me! Don't keep talking. Look at me. You must know that's not true.
Can we just hear the end of this news?
You had to go at me last week because I didn't have the full story. I've got the full story. You're still not happy.
There is no way that by chance, what should we do? Let's give him a camcorder. That could happen. He then films him at it. That might happen. It might happen, but I don't think he'd keep the camera still. Two, they go, oh man, this is good stuff. This is good shit. This porn's good shit.
Anyway,
Look at that. He's got a lovely shot, isn't it? So this is ridiculous.
Let me just recap, because I lost my way there. So the monkey has filmed the monkey porn, and now they're showing it to the other monkeys.
Is he directing? Can you hear him saying stuff? Can you hear him go?
It's just like, you know, Chimp Pimp 1, 2 and 3 and all the rest of it, right? But anyway, so they've got all these other tapes, because what happened was, they said he's quite good at this.
Oh,
And the animals are happy having him around because he's not a human, he's just one of the gang, do you know what I mean? So they started putting him in with other things like, you know, ostriches.
Right.
And
Shit.
it was, so, and you know they have a problem with pandas in Japan, so they've sent him out there, filming a bit of, where are you going?
Honestly, you really annoy me. There's no way this is happening.
Can we just hear the end?
Why can't he just find a real story about a monkey?
Let's hear the end.
The end is
He's in
really
China.
that he's going to China, he's filming the pandas and what.
No, he's not. They wouldn't send a monkey director. They would not send a monkey director. Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen, possibly the greatest rock song of all time. I don't know. Big words.
Big words indeed, but I echo them.
Well, we've run out of time. We've got to get on with the show. It's near the end. I hope you enjoyed it. The scientists stuck in a big, I don't know, hut in the middle of nowhere in pitch darkness. 10 of them.
I imagine they've been fascinated, Rick, by the finger up the arse discussion. We had
Chinese don't age well. Gingers. Yeah, all that.
the big fat kid.
Well, actually, they're probably securing the knowledge that if they want to kill some time and it's dark, there's nothing better than stick your finger up someone else's ass.
Exactly.
So enjoy that. But they've been hanging on for Rockbusters clues, I imagine. There's the answers. All right, give us the clue again quickly.
Alright, so the first one was, the fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his legs.
Go on.
Right, that was Courtney Love. Yeah, Courtney Love. So that's Courtney Love. That's the first one, CL.
So that one's fine.
The second one, that Potter.
What am I doing? Letting that one
Just
go?
let it go, just let it go.
Am I just letting that go?
Annoyingly, we haven't got time to take issue with it, Rick.
Okay.
That Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle, hasn't he, doing all that stuff with the wizards and that.
Go on.
That's Brave Harry, yeah, the Bravery, current sort of XFM band, the Brave Harry, that works as well.
No, it doesn't.
And the last one,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work.
the Buddhists
It doesn't work.
won't be able to get in their temple without
Doesn't
these.
work. Brave Harry. Brave Harry. It doesn't work. Brave Harry.
The
Brave
Buddhists,
Harry.
Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. TM, that's
Yeah.
the monk keys, right? So who got all them?
The Monk Keys?
Who got all them right?
Which band are called the Monk Keys?
The monkeys.
Oh, the Monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys. Right, so who's the winner this week?
The winner this week is Gina.
Go on, we're letting that go, yeah?
Gina got them all right. I think I texted her she was from Horrorstead. I don't know, I've never heard of that place, but I assume that's right. But Gina, you win that selection.
I can't believe she got them. I cannot believe she got them. But she goes, wins those and also goes into the prize draw. We'll have 6 people competing for that original Matt Groening thing. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see Matt actually doing that. We've got a signed Nigel Tufnell and original drawing of us as Flanimals.
If you want to see xfm.co.uk/wiki, we'll look at the picture.
And well, that's it. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Ricky Gervais with Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington.
More drivel next time.
A shaven monkey.
Of the oh, we're recording.
No, go ahead, say it.
No, come on.
All right, that's fine. We're talking about arugula, everyone.
We all like it. In other countries, it's called rocket. Did you know that? In the UK, they call it rocket.
Boogala? That's cool. How about that?
Yeah.
Oogala boogala.
It's a cooler name
I
than
wonder
arugula.
what that's for. What that kind of lettuce is for? Oogala boogala? Arugala boogala?
You guys remember that bitch?
It's racist.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being silly.
You guys
Yeah, what are these guys having a salad over here? What's in it? Arugala boogala.
remember that bitch?
We got a couple of guys having an arugula boogala salad over here.
I'm not even sure who that's racist towards.
I don't know. It's like a concept. It's
It's an amorphous.
There's a guy walking past
Okay.
a construction site and some black guys are eating their salad for
Hey,
lunch.
oh, okay.
And he goes, hey, get a load of this. What are these guys eating for lunch? Arugula boogala salad? And he's just elbowing one of those, like, Bangladeshi police officers.
Oh, yeah,
He's
the
like,
ones that like the
sorry,
tickets?
yes. Can you please help me find pants that fit?
Yeah, why are they all in like a fucking
Their
uniform?
dad's
Yes,
clothes.
it looks like a child, dude.
Yeah, it's really
A
strange.
little boy playing policeman.
And the
I think
hats
that
are
the-
big too.
Yeah.
I think that the police tailor is like a big prankster. I think that he's like I'm gonna make these.
Take this, you fucking Indian.
Yeah, I don't think he likes South Asians.
The tailor of Panama.
Yeah. You remember?
Are meter maids cops in New York? They seem like they're not. None of those people seem like real cops to me.
I think they're cops. Yeah.
There's no distinction. They seem soft. It seems like do they
Well,
have
yeah,
guns?
it's always like traditionally an old lady cop job.
Yeah, or like a frail, like fresh off the boat.
What I want is
immigrant, yeah.
meter maids, and it's a cop that's like, sir, if you're gonna park there, you gotta let me beat you off. I'm like, well, fine, but I'm in a rush. If that's how the system is set up, if that's how President Andrew Yang wants it, so be it.
But I'm in a rush, so please kiss my neck while you do it.
Yeah. President Andrew Yang is like, in addition to anime body pillows,
That's what he sounds like.
available for everybody. Everybody gets an anime body pillow.
Yeah.
Wait, he
We will
really talks
also-
like that?
Yeah, learn English, Yang.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, we will also be introducing beta maids instead of the police. Everyone says the police are racist, but what if the police only job was to beat off your penis? That way, when you get in trouble, an ugly woman beats you off. And it's punitive because no one believes in the psychological trauma that happens to men when they're taken advantage of by an ugly woman. That way, it's laughable. And it also has a built-in way of correcting the issue of sexual assault and how it's not treated fairly based on
interesting.
gender.
So Yang's idea is to just rape men more.
So you use ugly female cops to rape white men.
Yeah.
And this is part of my genius computer guy strategy to fix the country.
Yeah.
And then everyone has to be like, yeah, I guess he has a point. I guess this is one weird Chinese guy that's figured out everything. He's developed a system that works for everybody.
I love how you're using that classic Yang upstate New York accent.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'll take that
I think
free.
that's where he's from.
Where's he from?
I think he's from like Rochester.
Going up in Rochester.
Oh, so you were joking also, Adam. He doesn't sound like
No,
that.
he's
Of course he doesn't sound like
I don't know. I've never heard him
from
speak.
Taiwan, but yeah, he's running for president,
I
which
was
means that
born-
he had to have been born.
I was born and raised in Syracuse.
You're right. That is a good point.
He has to be over 35.
Well, he doesn't have to be raised here. He needs to be born here.
Yeah,
He
but
could
I
have been
guess
born here and taken fucking back to...
I think
Ted
also he
Cruz
could-
born in Canada, right?
He can also be pulling a
think he would.
Beto O'Rourke and just choose to sound like that.
That's true.
No one's going to stop
Culture.
it.
You know, that'd be less cultural appropriation than Beto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's at
I
least
want to
a
run
Philly
as
culture.
I want to run as Ding Dong Mullen. You know?
Oh, no. Just, oh, fuck.
Just like, Yeah, you know, down in Texas, we have an expression. It's you fool me once, I pee in your Coca-Cola. When they look back on the past, they are going to say, "We know who are these Japanese scum that passed this Donald Trump plan. We don't want to be like those nib scum." I don't know what the Chinese version
Does
of
pendejo,
pendejo
isn't that, does that mean
means like dickhead or
guy?
something. I don't know.
Yeah,
you think
what
of
about fag?
You think of
Or cabron?
no, cabron and maricon are like the two different types.
Maricon is faggot.
Maricon.
Yeah, so is cabron. It's like
Cabron.
cabron is like it
It's
means
regional, right?
Yeah, and like I think in Mexico and maybe one other country it means like pimp
Cabron.
Nice.
because it means the top faggot.
Whoa, I'm that, dude.
yeah.
I'm a cabron, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
the top.
daddy.
The other one is an insult everywhere.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Pendejo versus
Call me
cabron.
Stavros Cabron Halkias, dude. Cabron Papi, that's me, dude. I'm rebranding.
Yeah, I wonder how Andrew Yang would fix the toilets, the bathrooms.
Oh yeah, we'd all
Yeah,
get
give us-
totos.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm
When
trying
you
to
say the
think.
toilets, do you mean the trans people going to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I
that
thought you
seems to be
meant
an
like
issue.
the Asian style bidets.
Whoa, that
No.
would be awesome.
No, I
Yeah.
just mean like
If
how
that
he
was
would,
part of his
how he would
platform.
solve the bathroom issue. What would be the Andrew Yang take on abortion? What's the thing that fixes it for everybody?
You harvest the stem cells for some
One
kind
child
of
policy, probably.
What?
The one child policy.
Yeah.
No, that's not it either. It's some kind of synthesis between the one child policy and then also stem cells.
Mm.
Only people who have cancer are allowed to. No.
What, you like eugenics?
Well, population control. There's an intersection between negative population growth, which is necessary.
Negative is necessary?
Negative population.
Oh, because the world has too many people.
yeah,
Okay.
negative population growth, which is necessary. Safe access to abortions that also doesn't
How about
piss
this?
off religious people and
I got it.
satisfies what?
You get a free Xbox or PlayStation for life with free PSN, whatever, but you have to get sterilized.
Or Xbox Live?
Or Xbox Live.
Oh, you
I
get.
mean, that
And that
already
way
kind
we
of
stop
happens.
it at the end of. We stop it at the point of.
But what do women want? Because women don't game. They want abortions. It's like there has to be some kind of.
Purse.
Yeah.
They have to sign a piece of paper saying that they go to hell.
One free purse.
A really good purse.
A Birkin bag.
No, you get big Birkin bags.
How about this? Women
get
have to sign a
shoes.
document that says, "I promise I will go to hell."
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
a binding
yeah.
agreement.
Binding agreement that says, "I promise I will go to hell
If you
I
get
get
an abortion.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
good.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. The church is happy because they're like, all right, fine, you
Yeah.
get it.
I promise I will not argue with St. Peter. I will go directly to hell.
Not Pasco.
Yeah, that seems to work.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
The man scot-free is off.
The Yang, the dang Yang did it again.
Yang, baby. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Gamers, that's right, Adam, because
Yeah.
most people would
How
sign
about
up.
the Andrew Yang twins? And it's like, hey, baby, let me whisper in your ear.
Oh, that's
If you
good.
got $1,000 in your check, baby, wait till you see my tiny dick. Wait till I see my dick.
Does he have any other signature policies? No, he's just the universal basic.
Going on
man.
Rogan, that's kind of a policy.
Yeah, how come he's the guy that got to go on Rogan?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
instead of Jake Flores.
Put Bernie.
Yeah, they should have let Jay.
Why shouldn't? Why did Jake was promised. Joe Rogan promised Jake that he
He
could
tweeted
do.
a lot about that.
Yeah,
about
Joe Rogan
how he was
promised him.
lied
He
to.
sent him a certified letter that said, "Mr. Jake Flores, I promise you
One invitation.
that you are. This is a invitation to be redeemed at the Joe Rogan show, anytime, whenever you want." And then guess what happens? That capitalist pig dog didn't honor his customer coupon that had not expired.
I want Bernie on Rogan,
Yeah.
dude, or Elizabeth Warren, getting high, doing fucking whippets.
How about like a kid?
Has
How about
Rogan
like
ever
a-
disagreed with a guest?
How about a kid that gives his
I feel
mom?
like everyone convinces him.
How about a child that gives his mom or dad like a one free hug and kiss coupon for like Father's Day or something? But then the father gets his wallet stolen, and then the guy finds it, the coupon,
Yep.
and the court rules that
The child kisses penis.
the child still owes the kiss because it's like you can't discriminate.
Of course.
And it was your fault for
It's
putting
legal
the-
tender.
It's yeah.
If I lose $1, whoever picks it up, that's their dollar.
I'm
then
sorry,
all
your son is going to have to hug and kiss this man.
All these
If he
fingers
has the
become
coupon.
sticky fingers, pickpockets.
Yeah, I mean, there's no expiration date
That's
on here.
right.
This is a
They should've
legally
put that.
binding contract.
That's right.
Yeah, you need
It's just a
you need
child-
a small print.
Kissing, crying in court, kissing this and hugging this pedophile. Who's redeeming the coupon.
I like that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You better hope there's no massage involved.
One free massage for mom on Mother's Day.
A foot rub. Did you ever do a coupon book for your mom?
I think so.
Oh my
did
god,
too.
a coupon book?
Yeah.
No, never.
That's what you mean.
For her
He-
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The like.
Oh yeah, that was like the thing I'm describing.
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
What are you
not-
describing?
I thought I just
What
for
did
some
you
whatever
call it?
reason I imagined you taking the Value
Going
City
town to
coupon,
town.
Yeah, yeah.
Going around
taking the
town.
Value City coupon
No,
book, putting it in
come
wrapping
on.
paper, and giving it to your mom as a present.
I wasn't that
Fine.
good of a son.
Yeah.
Come on.
You will first cutting
My
out the
mom
good
just
ones for
starts
himself.
crying.
Cutting out like the ones
the
he
most
wanted.
beautiful thing. Why are all these mini golf coupons gone?
Good for one hug. I'm sorry, but it says good for one hug and kiss right here. Sir,
Just knocking on your door, pedophile knocking on your door.
yeah. You can't
me?
hug and kiss my son. If I have to get the police involved, I will. Is this not his handwriting? Daddy, who is it? Just go inside, Billy. Just get back inside.
All right, Billy, put on your scuba suit. All right, we need you protected.
The hug and kiss will be on the customer's terms.
Put on the onesie and zip it all the way up, Billy.
Local pedophile was arrested for counterfeiting and redeeming free hug and kiss certificates with local children.
Press. They go to his house.
he's just some guy. No, I like that even better as a pedophile going to a guy's house or whatever and showing the coupon to the dad, and the dad just like looking at it through his reading glasses and be like, I mean, I guess it's, this looks like one of his. Honey, get out here. Okay, well,
You're going to learn about promising things to people
he
today,
has the
Jim.
certificate, so it looks exactly like the one you gave me on my birthday last year.
You're going to learn how much a man's word means.
Well, he said he was going to call the police. Do you want to go to jail?
Yep.
Or do you want to come out here?
Spend 12 minutes with this man in his
Do you
shed.
want to come out here and hug and kiss this man for the coupon? Take the coupon back.
And that's how my dad taught
Honey,
me.
this is your QR code on here. Okay? We scanned it. Your name comes up.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it is funny, Adam. Thanks.
Sorry for the compliment.
My dick's small.
Oh, by the way,
Man, what's up, faggot? Yeah, what's up, faggot?
Whoa, bro. Jeez, man.
Elmer Fudd goes home to his husband.
Wow,
He's
that's-
like,
Yeah.
That was hate speech. Fuck, I can't.
You were
remember.
right. I shouldn't try to be a hunter. The other Republicans were mean to me. I thought if I just acted like them, they would accept me, even though I'm gay. But one of the rabbits called me a faggot.
I say, where's that rabbit? That's his husband.
Yeah.
He's Foghorn Leghorn. You show me the guy who called you a fag.
he's fucking a giant chicken.
Giant chicken goes and fucks up Bugs for doing a hate speech on his gay husband, Elmer Fudd.
Fucking Tyson.
Listen, I said, listen here, son, I'll show you a faggot if you want to see one. Listen here, son.
Yep, Foghorn punitively raping Bugs for doing hate speech.
Faghorn, leghorn.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Count it up.
Faghorny, lay horny.
Oh, I just want to say thank you to everyone in Chicago, and Milwaukee, and Eau Claire. The shows were great.
Came out to get lay pussy at the live show.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was admittedly I was very scared to go out on the road without my boys alone, solo style. But I had Racine there.
He's got you.
I had Racine's
got an illegal pistol on him at all times.
Macho Man Randy.
He's a concealed carry guy.
In case he gets made.
Look at this. I bought a laser
pointer.
pointer. I got my fucking expensive battery stuck in there.
Wow. That's stupid of you, dude.
Wow.
Well, it's upsetting.
Well, thanks again to everyone. Seriously.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was doing my thing.
And come see us this weekend.
Come see us this weekend in
We
DC.
have less than 100 tickets left. Standing room.
To both shows.
8 p.m. and a podcast at 10 p.m.
The Pound Off is the name of the venue.
It's the Black Cat.
Black Cat.
I'm
Nick's
sorry.
been sending
Black
people
Cat.
to a gay sex club in D.C.
Yeah.
Called
Yeah.
the Pound Off.
Yeah, go to Club Apex.
Nick will be doing a special midnight show there
That was
by
a gay
himself.
club in DC, right? Apex.
There was that, and then there was